Webflow has stood out as an amazing option when it comes to building websites. But what if you want to choose something different? In today's video, we're going to be going over specific Webflow alternatives and other website builders that you can utilize in your website building journey. We'll be covering 4 specific website builders that are direct competitors to Webflow. Plus, we'll show you everything you need to know about them, from their price points to their features, and even how they can help you build beautiful looking websites in a very short amount of time. Before we do that, make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you know exactly which of these Webflow alternatives is right for you. The first Webflow alternative we'll be talking about today is Hostinger. Hostinger is an incredibly easy to use and intuitive website builder that gives ultimate freedom to its users. Not only is it a website builder, but it's also a web hosting platform, meaning that if you have a bunch of domain names or if you're starting to collect domain names, you can actually store them all inside of Hostinger and keep them all organized and secure. Hostinger also even has its own AI website builder, which is super helpful if you're somebody who's just getting started with building websites. Building a website can be an extremely difficult and hard process, but with Hostinger's AI website builder, it can make things a lot easier. With Hostinger, you can essentially manage up to 100 different websites, all from one specific software suite. One of the other big benefits is when you use the link down in the description of this video, you also will get access to a free domain name to get started with. This can be extremely helpful considering the fact that domains are already pretty expensive and also a little bit difficult to actually find in the first place. With a free domain, you basically can get access to almost any domain for completely free. Hostinger also has the option for you to set up your professional or even your business email address. You can also optimize your workflow with WordPress hosting and WordPress integrations. For those of you who are unfamiliar with WordPress, WordPress is an extremely detailed and highly sought after software suite when it comes to building websites. Hostinger and WordPress are integrated together, so basically anything you build on Hostinger can also theoretically also be built on WordPress. One of the other big benefits that Hostinger brings to the table is their website speed. They claim to have blazing fast technology with their Lightspeed website technology. This basically just speeds everything up that's built on Hostinger's infrastructure, which means that more people who utilize your websites are going to have faster load times and an easier time navigating through your website. Not only to mention that, but Hostinger just in general has great 24/7 support that you could always have access to and get your questions answered. When it comes to pricing, Hostinger is also incredibly affordable. For their premium plan, you're only looking at about $2.99 per month. Not only to mention that, but on their business and cloud starter plans are not that much more expensive either. Plus, with over 100 websites that you have access to, 100 gigabytes of SSD storage, and of course that free domain that we talked about, it's a pretty decent deal. Now, that was the first alternative that you could potentially utilize other than Webflow. Let's talk about the second one, which is Wix. Wix is an incredibly effective website builder, and it's one that is super accessible to almost anyone. The main reason being is because Wix is free to use. You don't have to pay any money to start building websites on Wix's website builder, and it's pretty much free. There are, of course, some paid options on Wix's website builder, but it's pretty easy to just utilize the free plan and get started that way. Now, when it comes to the actual features of Wix's website builder, it's very similar to a lot of the other website builders on the market. Most of the features include things like a mobile site editor, meaning that you can edit your websites on the go. There's also basic things like animations and special text boxes that you can use to animate website elements. There's also a few specific enhancements that they make to images and also a video box feature. This feature basically just plays your videos in a very unique and captivating, engaging way. Also, Wix does allow you to have custom fonts as well. Now, I will say this, the UI or user interface on Wix is a little bit old-fashioned and it's not as modern as I would like it to be. The website builder itself does feel a little bit clunky, which also can cause for some friction for people who are looking to utilize it. When it comes to pricing, Wix has a bunch of different pricing plans at different rates depending on what you can afford. As you can see, there's a business elite plan at about $159 a month, the business plan, which is about $36 a month, the core plan, which is about $29 a month, and then the light plan, which is about $17 a month. Each of these plans do get a little bit more expensive as they go up in features, but of course the most cheap plan does have pretty much everything you would possibly need. In my opinion, Wix is a pretty solid competitor, especially because you can get started for completely free and also potentially not even have to pay money in the future to keep operating the website. Now, for our next Webflow alternative, we'll be talking about a extremely popular platform, Shopify. When it comes to Shopify, it isn't exactly a one-stop all website builder, but it is an incredibly powerful e-commerce website builder. What I mean by this is that basically if you're trying to build any kind of e-commerce store, whether that be a clothing store, a consulting website, or just a website that sells products in general, Shopify is pretty much the go-to option. The reason for this is the amount of metrics and tools that you have access to and just the sheer amount of things that you can do inside of Shopify's ecosystem. With super helpful tools like cart recovery or even live sessions, you can see exactly who is utilizing utilizing what on your website and make more informed decisions based off them. To actually get started with this, head down to the link down in the description, head over to Shopify, enter in your email address, and hit the start free trial button. You'll be able to get access to Shopify for only $1 for your first month. Shopify is incredibly easy and intuitive to utilize, and they have one of the best looking UI interfaces I have ever seen. Not only that, but Shopify is also used by almost every single industry professional that is currently running a medium to large size e-commerce business in the first place. Now, those are all super solid options, but the very last option is probably the best bang for your buck when it comes to the features that you get, the overall use case of it, and also just how good its software is in the first place. And that, of course, is Squarespace. Squarespace is an incredibly professional, easy to use website builder that lets you do so much with its actual tools. You can build a portfolio website. You can start an e-commerce website. You can create an appointment booking website. You can create an art gallery and a host of other options, just to name a few. As you can see, once we're on Squarespace's website, to get started with them, it's as easy as pressing the get started button. Once you hit the get started button, it'll then basically just ask you a little bit about what your website is about in the first place. We can choose any for this, or we can just hit the skip option to actually just get started and get right into it. As you can see, it'll also ask us what our top goals are, which is again another reason why we can skip this. And then it will easily ask us whether we want to start with a custom blueprint AI or a professionally built website template that already exists. Both of these tools are incredibly useful and powerful in their own right. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go and show you guys the templates. These templates are stunning and they look incredibly powerful and great when you're getting started with Squarespace. As you can see, they have anything for every type of website that you could imagine. Whether it's a portfolio website or a booking website, they have anything for all branding. For the sake of this video, I want to build a booking website, so we're going to go with something a little more modern and agency-like. As you can see, for the sake of this video, we're going to go with this Orancy theme. All we have to do here now is pick the color palette that we want to go with and hit the start with this design button. Once we hit the start with this design button, we'll then create a quick account with either our Google account or sign up with an email, and then we'll be thrusted into Squarespace's website editor, which is super easy to use. They have full functioning drag and drop functionality, as well as everything that you would possibly need to actually get started with building your website. As you can see, this is what the inside of Squarespace's website editor looks like. If we actually want to make edits to any of this, we can head up to the top left here and hit the edit button. Once we hit the edit button, we'll then have full access to edit any of these features or elements on this website with ease. As you can see, we can head up to the top here, edit this, and make it say whatever we would like it to say. We also can drag any of these and drop them at any portion of the website that we choose, changing the position and making things a little bit different on our side of things. As you can tell, there are a ton of Webflow alternatives out there for you to choose from. Each of them have their own benefits and drawbacks that you can also see in this video. When it comes to actually choosing which of these is right for you, I really would recommend figuring out what your specific needs are and the type of website you're trying to build in the first place. If you're brand new to website building and you've never built a website before, it seems like Hostinger is a super solid option. If you're on a budget and you want to get started for completely free, I would definitely recommend going with Wix. If you're somebody who's trying to build an e-commerce store, definitely check out Shopify. And if you just want to have a very professional, good looking website, I would check out Squarespace. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to use the links down in the description to get started with any of these website builders. And also keep in mind that those are affiliate links and we do earn a small commission from each sign up. So thank you in advance for supporting the channel. Also make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new videos. But other than that, I'll see you guys in a future video.